Hey guys, what's going on? Jitins here, and I want to make a quick video on how to use the picks and band screen thing, and the new tool I brought up, the broadcast tool, the post screen stats tool and stuff. So let's go with picks and bands first. So I'm just gonna create a browser source. I call it picks and bands. 1920 by 1080. Actually, I forgot one setting as well. Enable control audio via OBS. Click OK. And what we're gonna do here, this is where it gets super easy. Just make this real quick. Right click, click interact. 1920 by 1080. If you wanna, I don't know, put a custom background. I'm just gonna do my background. Let's copy this. I don't know whose it is, but I'm just using it as a tutorial. Just copy image once it fully loads. Imager. Prefer to use Imager because some other hostings are having issue. I'm not sure why. That image didn't copy properly. We're gonna try that again. There we go. That's better. Go ahead and click copy image link on this, because we have this open. Click custom, put in the image URL, and it will show you the Hades background, but obviously it's not clear to see. It doesn't really fit the color scheme really well, the blue and red. So we're just going to end up doing, so in this example, I'm just going to keep going with the default. So yeah, that's how you do custom screens and stuff. Now to actually use this thing, I'm going to use 5v5 example. You can put in team names, and bam, you can change scores. You can change to versus, and that will just change it to versus. This is usually used if it's a best of one, so you don't really see a score. For animating bands, you just right click this and it'll animate bands. Same with this, animate. Left click to open up a little thing and just say, and you can type in whatever god name it is. So in this case, I'm gonna do Achilles. If I can type, I'm gonna make this bigger so I can read as well. So Achilles is locked in, and you can, and I'm gonna do another one right here. Oh, that's not where I'm typing it. That's my screen. So notice how there's an audio. I'm gonna drop that down heavily because it's really loud. But yeah, let's go over animations real quick. So if I click Pix Animate, it will animate the first pick, then it'll do the next two, then the next two, then the next one, then you do the second phase of bands, then you click Pix Animate, it will do the next animation. So yeah, just once an animation starts, just put in a god name. So you click Pix Animate after the god selection, that phase is done. So yeah, that's how you use the picks and bands. The next up is the broadcast tool. In this case, I'm gonna go ahead and grab a match ID real quick. Open up this tool. I'm just going to put in the match ID, click update. It's going to create two files called items and stats.html. So you're going to items, accidentally hit caps, browser source, items, screen, don't care what it's called. Browse, it was on my desktop, so I'm going to click on items. You can set this to 1920 by 1080 and just crop the rest because I don't remember the dimensions right off the back of my head. And yeah, and you can put it in the middle or whatever you want. However you want it, zoom it. You could put whatever background you want as well. So this one gives you item specifically. If I want a stats one, I just pull the other browser source, stats screen. Oh, and make sure to enable refresh browser source. I did do that, right? All right. So that way, when you change scenes, it'll automatically update if you're doing like a live broadcast and you need to do multiple of these. So yeah, that's pretty straightforward. That's about it. Browser source, stat screen. There is just a white text up there. So yeah, in a clean broadcast, this is what it would look like. So that's what it would look like. I have my sources are crazy here, but that's what it would look like. That's what the stats would look like. This is what the items would look like. So it's clean, it's efficient, it's better than what we had before. So it's simple to use in my opinion. Just the OBS setup part is going to be the tricky one. Right now I just have text files, just put in team names. Keep in mind that winning team is always going to be in the top half, and the losing team is always going to be on the bottom half. So make sure that when you crop it for like 2v2 and stuff, or 3v3, whatever it is, you crop it properly, because otherwise it'll just be 4 gods back to back. So keep in mind there is you have to crop it. So notice how mine's cropped to 2 sections, one for the top half, one for the second half. So make sure you crop your browser sources to make it fit correctly, and that's about it. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully this is useful to you guys.